Student, today we will continue our first chapter, Reproduction in Organisms, with topic Vegetative Propagation. Actually, vegetative propagation is a mode of asexual reproduction in plant. It is a formation of a new plant from vegetative part of a plant. What is vegetative part? Root, stem, leaf are the vegetative part of a plant, but not flower. Flower is a sexual part. Vegetative propagation in plant is of two types, natural vegetative propagation and artificial vegetative propagation. First of all, we discussed about natural vegetative propagation. Here you see that a lateral branches arise from this aerial shoot, move horizontally in the soil and producing so many small aerial shoot. After breaking this branch when break, every aerial shoot become independent and these aerial shoot form a new plant. This is the example of suckers is mint. The next one is rhizome. A rhizome is a type of plant stem situated either at the soil surface or underground that contain node and internode. Actually, from the nodes, root and shoot is originated. In this picture, you see that root, adventitious root and shoot is originate from this node region. Actually, student, rhizomes are unique in that they grow perpendicular, permitting new shoot to grow up out of the ground. And when separate, each piece of a rhizome is capable of producing a new plant. And what is the example of rhizome? Ginger. The next is bulb. In this diagram, you see that bulb is a highly reduced stem. Here, from there, the root is a adventitious root, and the leaf, scaly leaves of swallowing foods, and leaves swallow with food, lateral bud, and apical bud is arised from this shoot. From this apical bud, the new plant is grow. What is example of bulb? Onion and garlic. Tuber. Here you see this whitish part. What is this part? The eye of potato. Normally we called it eye of potato. Actually these are the bud. Okay, and these bud are able to produce a new plant. You know that a potato crop is raised by the tuber but not by the seed. Here you see the runner. Actually, they are modified stem which produce adventitious root at their node. You see that adventitious root is arised from the node, and each node give rise to an aerial shoot which become a new plant. Okay, here you see this is a aerial shoot, and when it touches to the soil, the adventitious roots arise and it form a new plant. You know about the tubgrass, it increase very rapidly, and it is what? Runner. Psilodon dactylions, the botanical name of tubgrass. The next one is offset. Actually, they are one internode long runner which develop trough of the leaf at the apex. You see in the apex part, the cluster of a leaf is present, and the example is Eichhornia, which we also called terror of Bengal. The next one is artificial propagation. Artificial propagation, that means man-made method. Here I explain the four methods: cutting, layering, grafting and micropropagation. What happen in a cutting? A small piece of any plant organ. Any plant organs, only the vegetative part of a plant. Okay. A small part of a plant organs is used for propagation. And always remember, when you are preparing for cutting, be sure that removed any flower and flower bud from this shoot part. Okay, stem part. The next one is grafting. What happen in a grafting? In this method, part of a two plant are joined in such a way that they grow as a one plant. Here you see, this is a stalk and scion. What is this? The rooted portion. Okay, the rooted supporting portion on the plant is called a stalk, and joined with the twig of another plant is called scion. And after grafting, here you see grafting is sucker. Okay, is done by us, and after one plant is arised. This plant have the character of this both plants. Okay, and what is the example of that? Rose and mango, apple, so many other plant. Here you see the layering. What happened in a layering? It is a method. Roots are artificially induced by the on the stem. Here you see that root is artificially induced. Why I am saying that artificial? Because this branch is not detached from the parent plant. Okay, so in this method, roots are artificially induced on the stem branch before they are detached from the parent plant. And when the root is arised, it detaches from the parent plant and the new plant is formed. Both sides. For supporting, we use the stack. The next one is micropropagation. You know about the tissue culture? Okay, so in this method, what happened? We include a plant cell, a tissue. Tissue is what? A group of a cell or any organs, and grow it in an artificial medium where all the nutrients are present for growth of a plant. Here the callus formations is there. What is callus? The form of undifferentiated mass of a cell. Undifferentiated, that means root, stem, leaves are not so clear. Only a undifferentiated mass of cell. Then what happens? Shoot is regenerated, root is regenerated, and new plantlet is formed, and we use to grow in a soil. So this is all for artificial propagation. Now the sexual reproduction, we read this topic in my next video. This is all for today. Thank you.